Diplomat. Okay. Students, good morning. So am I audible to all the online students? Please confirm it once. Okay. Now, today we are entering into the most important discussion. Functions we will start. Okay. So shall we start the functions now? Fine. So let us start the functions concept in detail. So let us enter into the functions now. Look at students, very, very important functions in Python. So I'm going to discuss this functions in Python. So all of you carefully try to understand what are the functions importance, what I'm going to discuss in this. I'll give you most elaborated index and try to follow me. Try to follow me carefully. The most elaborated index I will type it. So it's our habit to say index before of every topic. Right. So it is a heart for Python programming, I can say. Heart for Python programming. Okay. Shall we start? Yes. So first point is called what? Purpose of what? Functions. Purpose of functions. First point is always purpose of the topic name. Okay. I'll make you to understand. Next we are going to talk about definition of function. Definition of a function. Definition of a functions or function. Right? Sit properly. Move the chair. Right. Right? Need to not like this. So sitting in front of me, doing like that, not good. You also move the chairs front. Move the chairs completely front. Keep the book on you. Pen, everything, keep it on you. Don't be relaxed in the class. Feel tension in the class. Right. Now, next we are going to talk about advantages of functions. Advantages of functions. And dear students, functions, purpose of functions and advantages of functions looking like same. Purpose means in one line I can say. Advantages means in detail I will say. Okay, right. Next we are talking about syntax for defining the function. Very, very important. Today we are coming to up to defining the functions. Syntax for defining the functions. It's of course I don't want to boast about myself. This once you understand this topic very nicely, you will learn like anything. Every data science, every higher end topic, machine learning, all those things are dead easy, because writing the programming in Python is nothing but making use of functions. Let me finish that. And before that, I would like to talk about parts of course, after that, I'll talk about parts of functions. Parts of functions. Of course, I will write before that. Next, I will write here phases in functions. Phases in functions. Phases in functions. I will explain. Syntax for defining the functions. Number of approaches. Beautiful this is. Number of approaches to define functions. To define functions. Number of approaches to define functions. To define functions. Number of approaches to define functions. Next, we are talking about problem solving approach. Problem solving examples. Problem solving examples. Where I am using our operators, our loops, data types, once again coming in front of you. Okay. Next, I am talking about after the problem solving approach, that is called one level of discussion. That is the basic level. Next, if you come to intermediate level, in the intermediate level, level 2 explanation I am giving. Next level. So after discussing this, I can say functions are over. Topic is finished. Now next level, level 2, where I am talking about parameters and arguments. Parameters and arguments. Arguments. Parameters and arguments. Next we are talking about, before that, I am talking about local parameters and global parameters. Global variables, I can say. Global variables. Local parameters, and the next is called global variables. Next we talk about global function, global keyword, and what? Global's function. Okay. And before that, we will talk about types of parameters and arguments. Types of parameters and arguments. Under that, most powerful positional parameters, positional parameters, and what arguments. Positional parameters are arguments. We are going to talk about that. Next, we are talking about default parameters B. I'm talking about the default parameters arguments. Next, we are talking about what keyword parameters are arguments. D is called what variable length. Variable length parameters are arguments. Beautiful. Next is called what keyword variable length parameters. Keyword variable length parameters. Most important topics. Variable length parameters, arguments. This is how much important this in our real time, we can't imagine. And next we are talking about local parameters and global parameters. And we are talking about global keyword and global's function. Most important discussion, right? This is called second level, right? Next, we are talking about more advanced level. That is known as what? Anonymous functions, students. Anonymous functions, also called as what? Lambda functions. Lambda functions we can call. Lambda functions. Next, we are talking about in every part of this, here also what will be coming? Problem solving examples will come. That is called programming examples will come. And here also we will get it. Programming examples we will get it. Why normal functions? Why anonymous functions are required? What lambda functions can do for us? And next I'm talking about special functions, students. Special functions in Python. Special functions in Python, especially for data science level. That's an important. Filter function. Next, B is called what? A map function. Next is called what? A reduce function. Filter function with what? Normal functions and anonymous functions. Anonymous functions. Normal functions with anonymous functions. I will talk about a map function with normal and anonymous functions. Next, we will talk about reduce with normal functions and anonymous functions, followed by programming examples, followed by programming examples. This is the index of my content, index of the concept called what? Functions. This I will discuss. If you understand quickly, this will take 5 days. If you are not able to understand quickly, I will take 7 days. Okay, even I will take 8 days also. If any tortoise is there and did not understand, so rabbit and tortoise story is there, something will go fast, understanding quickly, right? So anything is there, we'll discuss according to our examples. So 3 levels of discussion, and I already told you anything we learn, this is a deep discussion is required, because as a data scientist, we must know all these things very detail. Okay, students, shall we start? And before this index, I would like to start the importance of functions. Is my index is clear? Students who are in the online, can you conclude that? Can you conclude that is my index is clear? Everybody be alert, show your alertness. Right. So let us start with seriously try to listen functions introduction. I will start. Now let us start, students. Introduction to functions I would like to start. Functions in where? Python. Okay. And after 2 minutes, I will change this content. I will change this content. Heading I will change after 2 minutes. Okay. Let us start with it. Actually, in C language, how many of you know C language here? How many of you C language here? You know C language? Yes. How many of you know C language? Other boys? Okay. Boys and girls. Of course, you don't raise the hand, I know that. Because you will ask a question like that, you will feel. Definitely, I will ask a question. Right? So, stand up. So, little bit, puja, little bit. So, little bit, entire bit, 0 bit, 1 bit is not there. Either we know or don't know. That's it. So, what is the definition of function? That is called what? Policy of the function. I am asking definition of the function. What is the use of function? You tell me. Okay, definition, leave it. What is the use of function? What is the use of function? You are saying the same thing only. Whatever you said again, you are saying the same thing again. All right, no problem. Sit down. So, that's what. First, I will ask you what is your graph. So, now it is 0. Now, I will increase your graph today. Day after tomorrow, graph is increased. 100% I will place it in every topic name, provided if you concentrate well. So, we don't know anything about the function. Na? At the end of the class, you see how you will be. Shall we start? Will you concentrate clearly? Right. At the end of the class, I will ask everybody questions. Today onwards, I am changing my style of the subject. Everybody, I will ask the question, including all boys and girls. No 33% reservation in my class. Reservation cancelled. Right. Now started with. Because no government job, quality is an important. Right. Fine. So let us start with Srinivas. Right. Start. Now, coming to the point of it, I am starting with a 0. Okay. See on the screen. In industry, I start from the beginning of the why functions are, from where functions came. Because we don't know anything, we need to start from the starting and leading to the professional stage. In industry, we have 2 types of programming languages. I'm talking from the bottom of the starting point of the technology evaluation. 2 types of programming languages. They are, my dear students, one is unstructured programming language. All the online students, I am requesting, first topic, you must be so careful. One is what? Unstructured. unstructured programming language, unstructured programming languages. Okay, and even my career started with next programming evaluation only. Next is called what? Structured programming languages. Even I did not learn what is unstructured programming language, but functions concept came from where? Functions concept came from where? Structured programming languages. But in all corporates and all those things, in corporate training and all those things, when we trained these functions and all, they used to start with what? Before structured, what was our programming model? What was our programming model? I just want to talk about it. So all of you answer my question. How many programming languages are there in the industry? Two types. All of you, all the students in the online, two types. You can ask me anytime, sir, low level language you said, high level language you said, dynamically typed you said, static typed you said. So please link all these things, sir. Anytime you ask me, I will link it. All types of modern languages which are available nowadays are comes under what? From where onwards? C language onwards. What is the languages? Structured. Let me talk about, give me an ample of time to make you to understand most powerful in today itself. See students, I am talking about unstructured programming languages. Unstructured programming languages are those, unstructured programming languages are those. Example I will give you first. Example I will give you. Example is GW basic. Even I did not learn this, but I have seen the skeleton of this programming language. GW basic is only one example which was available before the structured programming language, which is called what? Unstructured part. GW basic, it was one language. Okay, so what is the problem with this language, sir? I just want to say, unstructured programming languages does not contain, carefully watch it. Whenever I ask, you need to respond, all of you. Unstructured programming languages does not contain the concept of, functions, does not contain the concept of functions. Sir, first of all, what is the function? You did not tell. I will tell you, don't worry. Now, since functions concept is the heart for computer programming language, since functions concept not present in where? Unstructured programming languages, it has the following limitations. It has the following limitations. What are those limitations? I am going to show you now. What are the limitations? I am going to explain now. What are those limitations? I am explaining now. With a beautiful example, I am going to give you. What are those limitations? I am going to show. Dear students, let us go. Let us go to the beautiful discussion with a live kind of example. Let us take, we are all developing one small task. We are developing a task. What is our task, ma? What is our task? You take it. What is the task we are developing? All 252 students in the online, plus some 80 to 90 students in the offline. So totally, for example, I will take it as 350 students. I will take it. 350 students are there, including me. Plus, these are my team members. These are my team members. Carefully listen. These are my team members. And KVR is a teacher. Is a teacher here. Now I'm heading you. I'm leading my class. I'm taking front of my class. We want to deal with one common task. We want to develop a common task. What is my task name? What is my task name? Addition of two numbers. Addition of two numbers. I want to do it. All of you students, addition of two numbers. What is that, ma? Addition of two numbers is my task. Carefully understand. Addition of two numbers is my task. How many students are there with me, my dear students? 350 students are there with me. And what is the common operation for everybody? Addition of two numbers. Very, very easy. I have what? Addition of two numbers. Yeah. How many people? 350 people are there. C student, for example, he is called one student. He is called one student. I will just draw because you are the beginner student for me. I will draw. He is one student. What he is doing? He is writing. A value he is getting. What is the A value he is getting? Just I will write the code, mom. Input of, what is that? Enter first value. Enter first value. Just everything you learn very carefully, professionally. Enter first value. Next he is writing what? Enter second value. Enter second value. Okay. Second value. He is writing enter second value. Okay. Next he is doing what? Next he is doing what? Enter third value. Enter. Next C is equal to what? B this is. B this is. C is equal to A plus B. Now I will say here print of value of A is equal to dot format of A. Dot format of A. And I am saying next value, I will say next B value also I will print it. B value also I will print it. B value also I will print it. Enter the value of this. B value also I will print it. Next I will print it here. Sum is equal to I will say. Sum is equal to I will say. Okay students, sum is called what? You know, C. This is my program. How many lines of code you have written, student? How many lines of code you have written, student? Quickly. I want to know. 6 lines of code you have written. Who has written that? Student 1 has written. Just imagine this is a task. Who is doing that? S1. Student 1 is doing. Okay. And another student is there. One more student came. One more student came. Another student came. Who is that student is doing? That student also asking me, sir, I also have the same task called addition of two numbers. What should I do? All these students learned what concept only? They learned what now? They learned what topic? They are which programmers? GW basic programmers. What they are doing? They are doing what, you know? Second student is coming and asking, sir, I also want to do addition of two numbers, sir. Is there any concept of reusability? Spell out the word reusability. Reusability is a word I have. I want to reuse. Which code I want to reuse? Student 1 already written some 6 lines of code. I want to reuse that 6 lines of code. GW basic is saying not possible, it is saying. There is no question of doing the reusability. It is saying you need to define the 6 lines of code. Once again it is saying you need to define what? 6 lines of code once again. Understand this point? You need to define the 6 lines of code once again. Now imagine what is happening. Now imagine, student, what is happening. Now I am going to take it. Now I am going to take it, student. Once again the student is defining the same code again. Once again he is defining the same code once again. How many lines of code first student has written? Second student also. Just imagine 350 students, how many times they have to define? 350 times. Into how many lines? Just imagine, close your eyes and imagine what will happen. In my project, such a common task is performed by how many people? 350 times. Same code is written again and again. It leads to what problem? Number 1, waste of time. Yes or no? Development time is wasted. Plus same memory space for you, 6 lines, 350 into 6 lines. Is it taking more memory space during my execution time? More memory space takes more execution time. More execution time plus more memory space will give you less performance. And what? Redundancy of the code is increasing like anything. What do you mean by redundancy? Duplication of the code. What is that? Duplication of the code. What do you mean by duplication, sir? Because of duplication, what are the problems we face it? See, students, whenever I want to change my logic, okay, let it be 350 people has written the code. and I want to make them to change my code. How many times I have to make them to change the code? Suppose one person forget to change the code, some people have changed the code. Changed places, new answer is coming. Not changed places, old answer is coming. Is it not called a dilemma, what to take, what not to take? So what I am expecting, because of the same code is written again and again, this type of updation problems are coming. What I am expecting today, once if I update my code, it has to reflect everywhere else or not. Once Google people changed the user interface, is it reflecting to every place or not? Like that, once if I change my code, it has to reflect everywhere else. Now, I am expecting, this is called GW basic. Here, I am going to give you my clarity here. 350 students, 350 students has 350 students. In this environment, I am going to give you, in this situation, in this scenario, or in this programming, which programming? Unstructured programming. 350 students has to define 350 times, how many lines? 6 lines of code, 6 lines of code. It won't provide any question of, it won't provide the concept of what? Reusability. In real time, if my real time, if any task is going to be common for many of the team members, we never ask them to define the same code again and again. Take an example. Reserve Bank of India has announced that operation is called deposit with OTP. Reserve Bank of India has announced a new rule that if you want to withdraw more than 10,000 rupees, OTP will come to your mobile and you have to enter it. And this rule will be followed by every banking, for example. Is the code will be defined by RBI people one time, will they ask to define by every banker? RBI people will define the code one time and they will ask you to reuse everywhere else in other banking softwares also. Which one is preferable? Every time defining is necessary. One time defining and using everywhere is required. One time defining, everywhere else required to reuse the code is very, very important. Are you getting? Two things are there, students. One is defining every time to every person to the same task. That is one aspect of olden days. And a new task is what? Any code is common. Define how many times? One time. And others also require the same thing. What we do? We will ask them to reuse without writing the same code again and again. Which is the better approach? Writing once, reusing anywhere. Writing once and calling anywhere. That is the philosophical process of functions. What is the philosophical process of functions? Write once and call anywhere. Write once, call anywhere. As a team leader, as a teacher, I will define the add function how many times? One time. I will ask my students, don't define again and again. Define how many times? Use how many times? I will define how many times? One time. I will ask my students to do what? Reuse. Don't waste your time of defining how many lines? 6 lines. Don't waste your time of 6 minutes. You do what? Reuse. What SAR will do? Define. Two things. Defining, reusing. This building was constructed how many times? And how many people are reusing? Many times. I will define the function how many times? What you will do? Best. So in real time, if any task is common for 1,000 people, will I ask 1,000 people to write the same code again and again? No. What we do? As a team leader, I will define how many times? I will ask my students to reuse. How to reuse, how to define, I am going to tell you. Reusing is more important. Defining is more important. Defining is most important because it is the biggest component. I will design it. And defining also you will feel how simple it is. Shall we start, students? Students who are in the online, are you able to understand, my dear students? Are you able to understand, my dear students? Yes. Please let me move forward. Now I am going to give you the clarity. So here in this place, what are the limitations you are feeling? First one, please tell me. What is the first limitation? Come on, students, everybody. Number one is called what? Application development time is. Application development time is. Come on, students. More. Application development time is more. Why development time is more? If I spend for defining 6 lines for 6 minutes, 350 people will spend 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Is it not waste of time? Very good. Next is called what? Application memory spaces. Application memory spaces. Come on, students. Is what? More. Why more? Your program and my program, everything is integrated in the same project. When it is uploaded in the client organization or uploaded in the main memory, it will take a lot of memory space. Application memory space is more. Because of memory space is more, execution time, application execution time, yes, execution time is what? More. To enter into the programming of functions, I am explaining the concept. Right or not? Fine. So next I am going to give you application execution time is more. More space and more execution time, definitely performance issues started. So application performance, I am writing students, application performance is degraded. Application performance is gradually degrading. Next is called what, you know, students? Redundancy. Redundancy means what? Duplication. Duplication, replication, or repetition is what? Redundancy of code. Redundancy of code is more. These are the drawbacks of what? Unstructured programming languages, because we don't have the concept of functions. Let us go to this back. These are the limitations I will define one by one. These are the limitations I will define one by one. How many limitations are there, students? 5 limitations are available. Why these limitations are coming? Very shortly, you will be understanding like anything. Be in the time. Unstructured programming languages does not contain the concept of, since functions concept not present in unstructured programming languages, it has the following limitations. Need not to go for the development of that entire thing. So I'm just giving the conclusion that unstructured programming languages suffers with the repetition of the code. That's why we don't have the unstructured programming languages nowadays. Go to the simple thing. Now same thing as it is, I will copy, my dear students. Here I am going to take it. Here I am going to take it. What I am taking? Second one is, what is this? Structured programming languages. Come on, what is the new component is added? Structured programming languages contains concept of what? Functions. What is the function? Just to follow me. Okay. Since the functions concept present in where? Structured programming languages, it has the following. It has the following advantages. It has the following advantages. What is the function? Don't worry. Leave it to me. I will take care. Let us go to that. Don't worry. Go to the diagram. This is my concept. This is my concept. Take everything. I will take it. Everything I will take it, my dear students. All the thing I will copy. Everything I will copy the same thing. Same to same I will copy. Go to another place. Go to another place, paste it, paste it. Yes, perfect. Now, what is happening? What is my requirement here? Let's close. Now, what is my requirement? Which one I am not using today? Which one I am not using today? I am not using which programming? Right. We are using which programming? C language I am using, C++ I am using, Java I am using, .NET I am using, and next I am using what? Python I am using. Python I am using. So these are comes under which languages? Structured programming languages. Because what is present? Functions are present. Now come to the point. What is the English meaning of function? English meaning, you tell me. Suppose cycle is there. Is it functioning? Cycle is there with you. You are already going daily morning walk. Is it functioning? Yes. Suppose it is punctured. Is it functioning? No. You have a bike. Is it functioning? Daily you are coming to the class. Is it functioning? Yes. Functioning means it in action. Function means performing operation. Performing. English meaning of function is operation, not our human being functions in the homes and all those things, not that one. Functioning means operation. Operation. You don't take other meaning. Functions are meant for performing operations. All of you say, what is the purpose of functions? Functions are used for performing operations. The name itself says functioning. Is our brain is functioning? Yes, it is performing some operation. When I ask you, sit here, sleeping slowly, started, about to close your eyes. Keep your mobile first in the packet. Right. Start. What is the meaning of function? Performing operation. Performing. Now, I want to learn Python. Performing learning Python is called what? Operation. Right or not? Going to some other distance, some other place is called what? Operation. Depositing is called what? Operation. Withdraw is called operation. Validating OTP is called operation. Validating the username password is called operation. Balance inquiry is called operation. Pin generation is called operation. Drinking water is called operation. Everything is called operation. Sleeping is called operation. Right or not? Fighting is an operation. Everything is an operation. The moment when you laugh also, that is an operation. Are you following? Right. So in programming, everything is called what? Operation. So what is the purpose of function? Functions are used for performing. Right. Students in the online, functions are used for what? Functions are used for what? Performing operation. Everybody try to define that. Don't define one line answer. Don't go to one line answer. Functions are used for performing performing operations. Kishore, follow me. Don't go for your own answers. Follow me. Whatever I said, you need to say. Functions are used for performing operation. Kishore, you type it once again. Functions are used for performing what? Operation. Depositing in a bank is called what? Operation. Withdraw is called what? Pin generation is called what? Opening an account is what? The moment when you click any of the touch screen button is called what? Behind of operation, what is executing? Some piece of code will execute or not? Such a piece of code I am writing inside of where? Function. Come on to the point. Come on to the point. Good. Now here, how many students are there? 350 students are there. In this programming, 350 students has to define this kind of thing. Today I am changing this sentence. Has to define, has to be called. 350 students are there. 350 students we have here. In these students, what is happening? My team leader, that is my teacher, will define this function how many times? Will define this function how many times? One time he will define. See how beautiful logic I am defining. See students, I am going to say, this is the one who is defining. This is defined by teacher, defined by the teacher, and this set of statements, I am giving one name. What is my name? What is the name I am giving? Add OP. Open the bracket, close the bracket. I am using something like a tuple brace. What is add after all? What is add OP after all? It is a variable name. Spell out. What is add OP? That I am giving just a opening bracket, closing bracket. That is called a function name. How do you recognize it is a function name? Variable name, any valid variable name uses what? Braces. Uses what? That is known as what now? Function name. All of you should spell out. I will explain in detail of it. First, to understand me, KVR is a teacher, defined these instructions as a group of instructions under one name. under one name. It is called what name? This one? Function name. What my students are doing? What my students are doing? I am not asking my students, don't put your efforts to write the same code again and again. Don't put your efforts to write the same code again and again. Keep the full stop for defining the legacy kind of code, and just I will ask my students to call what? Call what? Add OP. Just call add OP. Add OP, just you are reusing. Just you are reusing. Just to say add OP. Whenever you say add OP, what is happening? Whenever you call this person, PVM will go to this place and asking enter the first value, second value. He will enter the value, first value, second value, adding and showing the result to this guy. Next, I will go to what? Second strategy. Student 2 is also reusing this function. It will go to this place, asking first value, second value, and defining that and then showing the result to this person. How many times I defined it? How many times I defined it? Quickly. Add OP, add OP. I will call how many times? 350 times. I will just go on reusing it. But how many times it was defined? Defined how many times? Only once. Group of instructions. Group of instructions. See students, group of instructions. Group of instructions are defined under one name. Under one name. Under one name. What is that name is called? What is that name is called? Function name. Such a type of group of instructions under one name, reused by this person, reused by this person, and reused by this person. Is it not called write once and call anywhere? Write once and call anywhere. Are you able to understand the meaning of this? Because of this kind of thing, this type of programming is available in which languages? C, C++, Python, etc. These are called which languages? Structured programming languages we can call. Structured programming languages, PLs. Structured programming languages we can call. So how many times I defined it? How many times they are reusing? Hundreds and thousands and millions of times they are using. Are you not saving the development time? Are you saving your development time or not? Is the memory space minimized or not? Is the memory space is less or not? Execution time very fast, and performance is enhanced, improved, and the redundancy of the code also minimized like anything. How many times I am defining? One time. But how many times you are calling? Many times. Straightforward, students, all of you. Let me give one beautiful example also. Students, are you able to understand this approach, please? Are you able to understand this approach? Quickly I want. Right. I will give you, let us go to the school days once. Let us go to the school days once. School days. Let us enjoy the school days. So I will take you different schools. So school days. School days. School days means don't try to wear the school dress and all. Maths. There is a topic called what? Mathematics. There is, we have mathematics functions are there. Have you heard about functions in mathematics? Come on, students. Yes. Yes, ma. Tamanna. Yeah. All the limitations of unstructured are the advantages of structured with opposites. Not limitations of unstructured is an advantages. Advantages, limitations of what? Unstructured will be opposite advantages, they are called. Okay. Now coming to there is a topic name called what? Functions. Come on, say, you are not saying anything. Are you following me? Functions. Have you heard about functions in your mathematics? Huh? You heard about it or you heard and forget? I want to know the answer. Have you heard about it or heard and forget? Option A, I know functions. Option B, learned and forget. Option C, don't know at all. Option D, sir will explain. Option A, B, C, D. Okay, D. Option B. Right. Heard and forget. Okay. Very nice. My favorite students, all of them are. Okay, students. Sir will explain. Okay. Definitely I will explain. I don't have believe on your talent. I will make you, I have a belief on my talent, which I'm injecting in your brain. Really, I don't believe that student talent anytime. And these days, from the last 4 years onwards, I don't have the believeness. Because the corona pass, different passes are there. So coming to the point. Now I'm asking one question. So look at f of x comma y. See students carefully. F of x comma y. Serious. Ankit, serious. Is equal to x plus y. X plus y. X plus y. Careful. Okay. Let x plus y. Question number 1 I am giving. Question number. Let me give it like a question. Consider f of x comma y is equal to x plus y. Find a bit f of 2 comma 3, b bit f of 4 comma 5, and c bit f of minus 4 comma minus 5. Now I am asking a question. What is this f of x and y are called? I will take this point here. I will take this point. This point I will take it. Now I am asking a question today. What is this line is called? What is this line is called? I am asking. Can anybody can answer it? Can anybody can answer it? What is this line which I wrote already in the beginning? I just want to know the answers properly. I need to know the answers properly. So I am waiting for it. I am not asking the answers, my dear students. I am not asking answers, my dear students. Please be careful. I am not asking answers. I am asking the subject. Yes, please. Now, can anybody can say in this class also? Can anybody can say what is this x and y is called? This x and y is called what I want to know. Anybody else, please? Right. Fine. You are not saying that. Okay. All the students whoever said they are all called wrong answers. Now I am giving the correct answer. This is called function definition. If anybody might be saying that, because I did not see all the people's answer, on and average I am saying function definition. Spell out. Function. Yes. How many times defined? One time. Now you come to students. First bit you come. This one. What is this is called? What is this part is called? You can say now. Function call this is called. This is called what, ma? Function call. This is called function call. I am calling my function students. Tell me what is happening according to your mathematics. What is happening? Whenever you say f of 2, 3, answer I don't want, ma. Kishore, you need to. I am not worrying about the answer. I am worrying about how it is doing. What is f here? Function name. What is 2, 3 called? Input. Input or not? It is going to where? Mathematics. Mathematics, please. F of what? X comma y. So 2 is stored in where? X. 3 is stored in where? Y. What is this? X plus y added and giving the answer called 5 or not? Good. Again, what is this f of 4, 5 called? Function call. Spell out. Function. Where it is going now? Function definition. What is the value of x, y? 4, 5. 4 plus 5? 9. Answer is 9 is coming. F of minus 4 minus 5. Function call. Goes to where? Function definition. Xy is what? Minus 4 minus 5. Minus 4 minus 5 is called what? Minus 9. So we got the output. Understand, students? These are all called what, my dear students? Please tell me. What these are called? Function. Come on, ma. Function calls. Spell out, ma. What is this first one is called? Function. How many times function is defined? How many times people are reusing? Many? Very good. Shall I go for slowly to the programming? Yeah. Come on. What is this f is called? What is this f is called? Function name. What is this f is called? Right. How many parts are there for function today? 2 parts. One is called what name? Function name. One more is called what? Function calls. Spell out. function name and right. Do you know the advantages of functions? Functions are defined how many times? One time. How many times we are calling? Many times. Many times. Understanding, students? Right. Now come on to the point of it. When you want to define the function, what are the things are required? I'm going to say. Look at what is this f is called? What is this f is called? Function name. Spell out. What is this x, y are called? Formal parameters. Spell out. Formal. Why formal parameters are required? To hold my input. To hold my input. Inputs are coming from where? Function calls. Inputs are coming from where? Where I am holding in? See on the board. Where I am holding in? X comma y. X comma y is called? Okay. What is f is called? What is x, y are called? What is x plus y is called? Logic. To solve the client requirement. What was my logic? Addition. Next what? Subtraction. Next multiplication. Next division. In simple word, I want to deposit the amount. For depositing is concerned, some logic I will write or not? Are you following, students? So if you want to define a function, how many things are required? First point is what? Function name. Next point is called what? Formal parameters. Next point is called what? Logic is required. Some set of executable statements are required. Once again, first is required what? Function name. Next, function name. Second, formal parameters. Third one, logic is required. Logic to solve the client requirement. Are you okay, students? Now, to define any function, we require the first component is the function name. Next is called formal parameters. Next is called the logic. Why formal parameters are required? To hold the inputs coming from where? Function call. Function call. Now I am going to say, what is the most important component in the functions programming? In these two components, which is the most important component? First component is function definition. Next is what? Why difficult? Why feeling so difficult? Feeling like very difficult is a heavy weight you are feeling. Function definition contains what? First one. What is the first one? Function. Okay, next what is required? Very, very easy. Formal. Next, third one is logic. Logic. That is nothing but what? Block of statements are required. Block of statements are required. These three things are required to define my function. That is called first component, first part of your programming. In functions, there are two parts are there. One is function definition. One more is function call. Function definition will contain how many things internally? Number one, function name, function formal parameters, logic. Did you follow me? Right. Now come on to students. I am saying that because of this one, answer is equal to 9. Answer is equal to 9. Because of this answer is called what here? Minus 9. Because of this answer is called what? 5. One more point I want to ask you, a beautiful question here. I am asking G of 3 comma 4. What is an answer? What is an answer? Everybody must answer me. Yes, all the students, Malesh, Pooja, wrong answer. Think about it. Lakshman, Tamanna, correct. It is an error. It is an error. Why error? Why error? Because function definition is not there. You are calling, Malesh, are you following? Don't be go fast. G is a function name. Such a type of function definition is not there. That's why it is called what? This point will make you to understand what? For every function call, compulsory what is required? Function definition is required. Otherwise, you will get error or not. Which error it is? A name error. Which error? Yes. For what you are understanding now? For every function call, compulsory what is required? Function definition is required. Otherwise, you will get error or not. Yes, function definition will exist how many times? If you don't answer clearly, I will make you to sit on the ground tomorrow onwards. Function definition will exist how many times? One time. How many function calls? One or many? One or to define a function, how many things I need? Three. One is function name, formal parameters. That's it. Shall I move forward? Right. So one more question I want to ask you. How many parts are there in functions? Two parts. One is function definition. Function definition. If I want to define, how many things I have to remember? Number one, function name, formal parameters. That's it. That's it. Why do you go for functions? Why do you go for function? For getting some advantages? In simple word, functions are used for what? To perform the operation and provides the reusability. And provides the right. See that function f of xy. This is my function. This is my function. This is my function definition. How many times I defined it? One time or more than one time? One time is defined. How many times people are reusing? He is the person reusing. He is the person reusing. He is the person reusing. Function is defined how many times? One time. How many times redefined it? One time I used it. Many times people are reusing it again or not. So functions are meant for what? Performing operation and provides what? Reusability. Functions extension is there. Modules is there. Modules extension is there. Packages are there. That I will distribute my entire Python project as a library to other person, which will become an open source of my Python library. So functions extension is modules. Modules extension is packages. First we started with what? Functions. Without functions, there is no software life in the programming of any language, which is available in the present. Shall I move forward? Right. For my satisfaction, now I am going to define one more small example. I want to go for it. Small example, because I want to define what is the definition of function. See, my dear students, this is called my ATM project. What is ATM project? ATM application. It is a project or not? It is called one type of project. It is called one main project. Inside of the main project, what are the things I have, my dear students? I have an operation called what, ma? I have an operation called what? Deposit. See, my dear students, deposit. Next is called what, my dear students? Withdraw. Next is called what, my next operation? What is my next operation? Balance inquiry. Balance inquiry. Next operation is called what? Pin change. Pin change, for example, pin change. Next I am having is called what? Pin generate. Pin generate. Pin generate. Like that, one more kind of operation I am having what, you know, funds transfer. Funds transfer, for example. Next I am having something like, you know, banking. Next is called what, you know, something like what? Loan kind of facility they are providing. Next is called what, you know, something like a mini statement. Like that, we are having one more thing is called what? Services. Services, for example, services, something I wrote it, services. If you look at that, an end user will feel that, okay, these are options. These are, but I feel as a developer, what is deposit, ma? Is a function. When I click on deposit, internally some code is executing. You can use it, I can use it, everybody can use it, but the code was defined one time or more than one time? One time. Beautiful. What is withdraw? Function. What is balance inquiry? Very good. Balance inquiry is a function. Next is called pin change is called what? Function. Next pin generate is also called what? Function. Like that, funds transfer is also called what? Function. Next banking is also called what? Function. Next loan is also called what? function. Everything in software industry, the moment when you click any link on the internet, it is some piece of code is executing internally. Everything is called functions. If you come to the class with that intention, you can do everything. Are you following me? Append is a function, copy is a function, pop is a function, pop of index is a function, sort is a function, reverse is a function. Already we have seen a dict level, set level, union is a function, intersection is a function, symmetric difference is a function. Everything is called function. Our life of Python programming, life of Java, life of C language, everything is called functions only. That's why you must have the strong knowledge on functions. Come on, students. Now I am going to give you the clarity on what? Services. Tell me, ATM project is a collection of functions. For my satisfaction, I would like to ask everybody, can anybody can give you the beautiful definition of function? Can anybody can give beautiful definition of function? I am giving beautiful definition of function. A function is a ATM project is a collection of functions or not? Yes, so tell me please. A function is a subprogram of which program? Subprogram of main program is called what? Is called what? Function. Subprogram of main program is called what? Function. Subprogram of main program is called function. What do you say? Correct or wrong? Correct or wrong? Correct. Subprogram of main program is called, sir, how sir? Deposit is a subprogram of what? ATM. Withdraw is a subprogram of what? Funds transfer is a subprogram of it. Balance inquiry is a subprogram of it. Everything is called subprogram of it. Are you understanding? One more definition I will give you, my dear students. A part of main program is called what? Is called what? Function. A part of main program is called function. You take human being, you take it human being. I will draw one small thing. So you see a small human being symbol, I will write it. Don't laugh by yourself. Try to just test my drawing skills. Let me check my drawing skills once and try to follow me very well. So of course you like this symbol also. So, and don't enjoy this. Don't take my class somewhere else. Listen carefully. I'm just going to take. Don't laugh. Online students, don't tear, don't cry also. Okay. Carefully try to follow. Okay. Fine. So, okay. Don't say anything. Don't comment on my diagram, please. Okay. 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 And now I will write something like this. Okay. Finished. So here, don't enjoy, guys. Here, one hand Python is there. This is called one hand Java is there. Now I am asking a question. Oh, very beautiful diagram. You just encourage me so that I can draw like this many diagrams. Now come on. Here, this is called human. This is called one human. Human is, I am not joking here. Tanisha, listen. See, now. So here, it's a human. It's called what project it is? Main project. Main project. Now coming to the point of it, this main project, human, is containing lot of components inside. What is the component we have here? You see, it is the one component. It is called one component. It is called one component. It is called one component. And this is called hands is one component. Legs is one component. What eyes can do? What ears can do? Come on, it can hear or not? Ears can hear. Next, eyes can provide what? Vision or not? Eyes can provide what? Vision. Because when I am writing, even for joke purpose also, there is a subject inside. Next, what is this now? Tongue. Tongue in the mouth will do what? Taste. will do taste. Taste is called one function or not? And hands will do the operation or not? Will do the operation. Will do the operation. Will do the operation. And legs can do what? Walk. Like this. You see, human being is one project, which is a collection of different type of components you have in your body or not? So, what is the function? Don't tell this example in interviews. What is the function? Hands is a part of our human being body. Eyes is a part of our human being body. Our ears also part of our human being body. So every component is a part of our human being body or not? Is it a body is a single component? No. That single component integrated with many components. Even our ATM project is integrated with many of the subprograms or not? Even human being is a collection of subprograms or not? Understand? Now I am going to give you a concept here. What is the definition of function? My main intention is to define what is the function. What is the definition of function? A part of main program is called function, or subprogram of main program is called function. Now, come on, back to this example. Back to this example. Back to this example. How many functions we can define? One time I can define a function. How many times we can define? One time. Function can be defined how many times? How many times I can call? How do you define the function definition? Subprogram of main program is called, or a part of main program is called function. What is the purpose of function? It performs an operation and provides what? Reusability. So I am going to slowly the another part of it. I will go to my description, students. Come on. In structured programming languages contains concept of what? Since a functions concept present in where? It has the following advantages. How many times you will write the code? One time I will write it. Development time is what? Less. What about the memory space? Don't tell directly. Understand and tell me. Since I am writing the code in one time, my students are reusing again and again without writing the same code. Are they getting less memory space or not? Less memory space definitely will give you what? Execution time is fast. Execution time is very less. Next is called what? Performance is what? Enhanced. Enhanced means what? Improved. Enhanced means what? Improved. Next, redundancy of the code is minimized. Redundancy of the code is minimized. Redundancy of the code is minimized. Examples are what? C, C++, Java, next is called what? Python. In all these places, what are available? Functions are available. Are you okay, students? Now, how many types of programming languages we have? Two types of programming languages are there. Types of programming languages. How many types? One is unstructured, and which language does not contain functions? Unstructured. Because of that, what is the problems arises? Same code need to write again and again. That's why these drawbacks are started. And in the case of functions, we are having in structured programming languages like in Python, C, C++, etc. Because of functions, we are getting this part. I hope you are getting me. Now I am entering into next discussion called what? Functions. Now tell me, what is the first line I am going to write it? First line is called purpose. Tell me, students, the come on, the purpose of, or come on, the purpose of functions is that to perform. I will write the beautiful statement here. To perform certain operation, and provides what? Reusability. This word I like it. Reusability. To provide what? Reusability. Okay, this is the number one. So how it provides the reusability, you already understand. Now I am going for immediately what? Definition of what? Function. Definition of function. Come on, everybody, try to answer me. Try to answer me, everybody. Definition of function. Yes, students. A part of main program main program is called function. Is called, or what? One more time, please. Subprogram of main program is called, very good. Subprogram of main program is called function. Easy or difficult? Easy. So somebody will ask a question. I have a task which is common for 1,000 people. Will I ask them to write 1,000 times? Will I ask them to write one time? One time I will define, and 999 times I will go for reuse. So reusability, performing the operation, is the concept of what? Performing the operation and provides the reusability. Which concept? Functions. Understand? Without functions, there is no programming at all. Whether you learn any language, functions. Once we don't know functions, even if you learn anything also, there is no use. Shall we start? Yes. Now I am going to enter into the, entering into the parts of functions. What is the next? Or you can say, I am writing advantages of, I am writing here, advantages of what? Functions. Advantages of functions also I want to give you, because this is also one of the very frequently asked questions. Why are you going for functions in the programming? And already defined it. I don't want to define again here. The advantages of functions are these things. The advantages of functions are these things. Now I am writing one small sentence on the top of it. If we develop any problem, by using which one? By using functions concept, we get the following advantages. Following advantages. Right. What are those advantages? We get the following advantages. What is the first advantage, ma? Application development time is less, memory space is less, and execution time is less, and application performance is enhanced. Enhanced means what? Improved. Redundancy of the code is minimized. Understandable? Right. Now I am going to introduce parts of functions. No confusion at all. Parts of what? Functions. No confusion at all. Parts of functions. So I am writing here, when we are dealing with functions, when we deal with functional programming, we must ensure that when we deal with functional programming, we must ensure that there must exist what? Two parts. There must exist two parts. They are, come on students, please tell me. The moment I ask, you need to answer it. Number one, function definition. Okay. Function definition. Second, please. Function. Yes. Function calls. Function. Okay. For 2 minutes, we will speak about the both of them. What is the relation between both of them? We will explain. For both of them, we will define. Right? Yes, ma. Alka, busway. When we deal with, here you are expecting. When we develop any problem in the sense, for that problem, program, I mean this. Okay, I will write. According to your requirement, I will write. When we develop a problem or program by using the concept of what? Functions, we get the following advantages. Right? What are the advantages? We have already seen. Now coming to that. Alka busway. Are you okay, ma'am? Function definition and function call. Tell me, what do you understand between these two things? Function definition exists how many times? One time. How many times calls? Yes. Now tell me, a particular function definition, tell me, function definition exists how many times? Particular definition exists only once. Suppose add OP is a function definition. Sub OP is a function definition. Exist how many times? Only once. Okay. And we can have one or more. Come on, students. Function calls. One or more number of function calls. One or for a particular definition exists how many times? And we can have one or more function calls. One or more. Very good. Now tell me, relation, one relation is over. For every function call compulsory, what is required? Example, I already told you, my dear students. Function call. This is called what? Function calls. These are called function calls. Let me highlight this part. Let me highlight this. I will say these are called function calls. Function definition exists how many times? One time. How many function calls you have? 3 function calls are there. And what about the G of 3, 4? Error. That means for every function call compulsory, what must be there? Otherwise we get what? Name error. What is that error? Name error. Dear students who are in online, did you understand this? For every function call, there must exist a function definition. Otherwise we get function error. Yes. Come on, students. For every what is this? Function call. For every function call, there must exist. Come on, students. There must exist what? A function definition. There must exist a function definition. Otherwise, we get what error? Name error. Slowly we need to learn the error names also. Otherwise we get which error? Name error. Understood? Clarity is there? Very good. Nice, students. Now I am talking about no confusion, students. Function definition will contain how many parts in terms, ma? 3 parts. One is what? Function name, formal parameters, logic. That is a block of statements. Bunch of instructions are required to solve my problem. How many parts in the function definition? 3. One is function name. Very good. And before that, one point I want to say. That are called, of course, how you will understand me, I don't know. Because many of the technical facts I will tell you. Phases in function. Phases in where? Function. Phases in functions. Because there is a new word, phases in functions. You need to understand. See, students, I will take one more thing. This is my function. What is my function name? Add OP of taking what values? X comma Y. What is my operation here? Z is equal to what, ma? Z is equal to what? X plus Y. What is this is known as? What is this part is known as? Function or not? This is known as what? Function definition. Right or not? To the function definition, what are you passing? Are you passing input or not? Yes, that is the first aspect. Every function is meant for performing what? Operation. Very good. Every function is meant for performing. To do any operation compulsory, what you require? Input is required. You are asking me some advice. I will take your input or not? Yes. That input is coming and storing in where? Ma? Formal parameters or not? That input is coming and storing in where, ma? Formal parameters. Okay. What it will do, ma? Process. Is it doing process or not? That is called a second one or not? That is executing logic. Next, it is giving you what? Output is giving or not? Output is giving. That is called result is giving. That is known as what? Output is giving. That is called third one. please ensure that when I am going to deal with the functions, every function compulsory will take what? Input. Next it will do what? Process. Next it will give what? Result. Logic is nothing but doing process only. So, I am not defining anything new. These are comes under phases. That means whenever you define a function, three things you must ensure. What it should take? Input. Next, and it gives simple. You are there. 9 o'clock you came to my classes. You give input to your body. What do you give? Breakfast. You give input or not? Then why you take that input? Why you take that input? That energy useful for me to listen the Python class or not for bodybuilding or something else. So input is required to do the processing and to give what? Result. Understand or not? So tell me, at the time of dealing with functions, at the time of dealing with functional programming, every function must take input, must do process, must give output. This is the three things you have to understand, ma. You will take inputs, you will process your body, and you will get the energy to read Python notes. Okay. Now see, students, in functional programming, these are very, because why I'm explaining this is, I'm explaining number of approaches. One problem I will solve in 4 ways. One problem I will solve in 4 ways. Actually, people cannot go for this much detail. Function over, within 2 days functions are over. And the student is not functioning anything. And after my functions are over, if I introduce modules, you will become an expert. If I go to the packages, you will say, sir, I know everything in Python, you will say. And Python fragments has to carry when classes are going on. Okay, come on, students. In functions, there must exist, come on, 3 phases. 3 phases. First of all, are you getting grip in this area? Are you understanding what I'm talking? Yes, 3 phases, right? Yes, right, 3 phases. What is the first one? Every function must take input. Capital letter I am writing. I mean to say input is important. Okay, sir. B, every function must process the input. Every function must process. I will write process, process the input. Already input is taken or not? Good. What is the next? Every function must give output. That is called what also? Result. Whoever will remember these 3 points, there is no stop for you. How I will take input? Different ways I will tell you. How I will process? Different ways I will tell you. How I will give result? Different ways I will tell you. But every function will take the input. Every function will process the input. Every function will give you the output. How it takes and how it processes, how it gives, I will explain my expertise in that. That is called number of approaches. See my index. Beautiful one. Number of approaches to define functions. I'll explain. Come on, for my dear students. Here I am going to have the clarity here. I hope you are understanding me. What are that? Phases in functions. How many phases? First phase, input. Say. Second one. Third one, input arrow, process arrow, output. Who will do this? Function. Okay, na? Yes. Shall I go to next? Up to here clear? Just go to the index. What is the purpose of functions? Functions are used for performing operations and provides code reusability. And provides, you should not forget this word. Once you forget, I will give imposition. What is the purpose of functions? To perform operation and provides code reusability. Don't tell only operation performing. Provides code reusability. That is also important. Yeah. Next, what is the definition of function? A part of main program is called a function. Hands is my subpart of my human body. Legs are the subpart of the human body. Eyes are the subpart of your human body. Tongue is a part of your human body. So all these called different parts are integrated as a human being or not. If any part is not working properly, it is handicapped. It is not a human being properly. And you understanding? Keep that in the background and answer that question carefully. What is the definition of function? Subprogram of main program is called a function, or a part of main program is called, yes, you take our class, KVR is called what? Main project. All my students in the class are called what? Subprograms. All students in my class are what? Subprograms. Each student will do one operation or not? ATM project is called what? Main project. In that operations are there or not? They are called what? Functions. I integrated together. How I will integrate together? I will show in the class. I will show in the class. Okay? Right, students. Now, coming to the point of it, advantages of functions also is said. Okay. Next is called what? Parts of the functions also is said. How many parts of the functions? One is function definition, function call. Function definition exists how many times? Good. Function calls exist how many times? For every function call, what is required? Otherwise, we get beautiful. Beautiful. Next, how many phases are there in functions? Okay. Number one, you have input. I don't want these shortcut answers. Shortcut means who will say who don't know anything. Who knows everything, they will say complete answers. If you get a job, you say shortcut or don't speak anything. But you need to get the job, na? Improve your lengthy answers. Every function takes input. Every function will process the input. Every function gives the output or result. That's it. Clear? To define a function, how many points are required? 3. What is that? Function name, formal parameters. That's it. Now I am going for logic is required. Logic is required. Very good, students. Now you are up to the date. Syntax for defining functions in which language programmer you are? Which language programmer you are? Very good. Now tell me, how many parts are required to define a function? Number 1, function name, formal parameters, logic. How easy? Now, come on to the Python. See on the screen. On the screen, please. To define a function in Python, we will use a keyword called what? DEF. To define a function in Python, we use a keyword called what? Very good. Next, after that, what I will write it? Function name. Function name. Every function name will take what, please? List of, yes ma, realme 5. Every function name. Very good, student. Realme 5 Pro. It's very good. You are giving your conclusion. Very nice. Keep it up. List of what? Formal params. Realme 5 Pro is giving what he understand in the brief format. That is, I like the type of student who is giving. Whatever he understand, he put everything. I like it. That is called committed. He understood everything and he put it in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's nice. Come on, what is the DEF? What is DEF? Keyword. What is DEF? Don't tell definition. Definition only, but DEF is called keyword. Used to define functions. What is the function name? Is after all one variable name. Every function will take what? Why? It will take the inputs from function call. Okay. Close. Indentation. Indentation. Do you know indentation? What is the indentation symbol? Colon. Indentation symbol is colon. Every indentation symbol followed by dash. Indentation block. Beautiful. Okay, students. I will write it. I will write it. Statement 1. Statement 2. So on. I say what? Statement N. Statement N. What is the statement 1, statement 2, statement N are called? Indentation block. That is called a logic. That is called, come on, students. What is the first part you understand? Function name, come on ma, list of formal parameters. What is this? Colon. What is this called? Indentation block. It is called what? Logic. Extra what I am using here? Keyword. So tell me how many things are there in my function definition overall for the 3? Additionally, one more keyword is added. What is that keyword? So tell me without seeing on the board syntax for defining a function. Look at me. Come on. DEF, function name, formal parameters, indentation symbol. That's it. Indentation block is nothing but what? Beautiful. Beautiful. Once again, I forget. DEF, stop. Why DEF? Why DEF and a keyword? Used to define the functions. What is DEF? Keyword. What is your name? Tell your name. Don't tell that people of my village will call me like that. So my name is so and so. These are all. What is DEF? Keyword. Why do you use? That's it. To define the programmer defined functions. What is the function name? After all, one variable name. Treated as a name of the function. Every function name is also called one object. Every variable in Python is called an object. Understand? List of formal parameters are called what? Variables list. Used for holding what? Inputs coming from my function call. Next what? Indentation symbol followed by what? Indentation block, which is nothing but logic of my program. Understand? Good. Then extra, I will add one more thing. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. Triple double quotes. Triple double quotes means multi-line commenting. Multi-line commenting. That is called doc string. What is that? Doc string. What is doc string? You know, you are already gold medalist in full forms. Doc means document, you know. String means string. String means string. Now, doc string means documentation string. Spell out. Certain things you know already. I need not to tell you. Sorry is not required to tell certain things. Already God given knowledge is there. What is doc string? Which is giving description of my function. In real time, when I am working on my project, I will write a description. I will write a comment to my function. This function is doing this one, this one, this one. Because if any new person is coming in my place, when I leave to another company, he has to understand this function or not. Whenever new person comes, he will not build the project from the scratch level. He has to start from the project where he stopped it. So to continue his point, definitely he has to need some type of comments. That comment is called what? Doc string. Writing doc string is optional. Writing doc string is, tell me all the points. How many points? Number 1, DEF. Number 2, number 3, number 4, doc string. Indentation. Okay, indentation. Very good. Indentation. Correct. Number 4. Number 4, indentation. Number 5, doc string. Number 5, indentation block. Say, first one, first one, next one, third one, fourth one. You only said na. Next, fifth one. Next, how many are there in function definition? 6. First one, function name, formal parameters, indentation symbol, indentation block. Will you remember up to tomorrow? If you don't remember, I will directly write the logic. I will take it off. Tomorrow when I come back, direct heading called what? Syntax for defining the function. I will ask you, what do you say? Say, DEF, function name, list of formal parameters, indentation symbol, doc string, indentation block. Today you are very powerful. Tomorrow you ask this question, sir, who are you to ask this question, sir, you will ask. So you will not remember. You will forget. So at 9 o'clock, 10 minutes, what is your knowledge? At 10, 50, 1055. What is your knowledge? Graph is increasing. Will you maintain the same graph or you reduce the graph? Tomorrow also, you need to continue the growing the graph. So tomorrow if I go to problem solving, really wonder. If I entire complete this content, you will feel that, sir, is a real Python. If I say extension of functions is modules, sir, super. If I say packages, extraordinary, sir. After packages, if I do one project, sir, no words to describe, sir. That is talent. Provided daily, if you read, daily practice, daily coming to the class, this will happen. Otherwise, these things will not come out. Understanding? So need to practice. Need to come to the class daily. Right now? Shall I stop the class? Fine, students. So, graph is increasing. Manikanta, when my data science will start, I will tell you, ma, don't worry. Yeah, so dear students, yes, ma, Manikanta, I will tell you, I said. I will tell you. Dear students, is it followed? Tamanna, thank you. Is it understandable to everybody? Please confirm once. Graph is increasing, sir. Exponentially, graph is increasing. Okay. Very nice. So exponentially means what is an operator? Double star. Is your graph is increasing double star or single star or no star? Single star or double star? Don't tell lies. Huh? Okay, if it is increasing single star, I am the most happiest person. Happiest. After that, nothing is there. Okay, good. So don't go for tomorrow anywhere else. And class is there. And we will go for directly syntax for defining the functions. Right? Thank you, students. Good day. All the best.